Hi guys, so it's Ben from Barefoot Didgeridoos, and this is my about video. So just thought I'd say a little bit about me, a little bit about this wonderful instrument, and why I love it, why I have decided to make them. So the story is that, I think my whole life I've been somebody who's been really fascinated with authentic living. What does it mean to be an authentic, genuine human being? What is the right way, the appropriate and healthiest way for human beings to exist? And I remember as a child, I was always somebody, whenever the sun was out, I just wanted to be outside. I was always staring out of the window. I was always getting into trouble for daydreaming at school and stuff like that. So I guess that's one thing, is that this gives me the opportunity to be outside, to be in the British woodland, which I love, and to get the sun, which I love, So I first came across the didgeridoo, really. We'd all heard it a little bit over the years, but I went to Glastonbury Festival in Somerset when I was 92, so I was 19 at the time. Really enjoyed it. It's the only time I've been to the festival, actually. Wandering around, went into the green fields, and there was a guy selling didgeridoos. I don't know who it was. I didn't have much money on me, but he had a rack of bamboo didgers, and I bought one off him, I think for about £30 or something like that at the time. And spent a few hours over that weekend sitting in the green field with all the hippies, trying to learn how to blow it and getting some sounds out of it, which was great. And then I went home to Sheffield, and I spent a couple of weeks really practicing a lot on the didge, got the circular breathing right, and then I decided that it would be really cool to try and make my own. I thought, how hard can it be? So I started looking around for sticks, bought a little bandsaw to split them down the middle, because obviously Australian didgeridoos are they start with a dead tree or a branch that's been eaten out by termites. So the termites eat the core wood from the middle, and they leave the wood on the outside. So traditionally, an Aboriginal maker would come along, tap the tree, find where it's find out if it's hollow, cut it down, help shape out the middle bit, and knock out all the bits of crud that the termites, the white ants, have left, and shape the outside and decorate it, and they have various ceremonial uses and whatever. And then there's different types and different styles in different areas of Australia. But in the UK, obviously we don't have that. We don't have termites, and so what we have to do is we have to find a branch or a standing dead trunk, which is my preference, and we have to cut it all the way down the middle, and then carve out the inner wood from both sides, and then glue it back together. So with this one you can see there's a little seam there, and then it glues back together like that. So the end result is pretty similar, and it's a great process. I love the whole process. I love setting off with the dogs with just my folding saw in my pocket, and going out to the woodland just to look around. And even when I'm driving around, I'm constantly looking. I'm never bored, constantly looking for dead trees, and then identifying a good stick, which is the kind of shape or form and size and quality that you're looking for, because there are different styles. You might want a didge with a big bell, like the one you can see down there on the right of the video, or you might want something that's kind of long and straight. It all depends what kind of sound you want, what kind of pitch you want. So that's great. So then I just cut it down with a saw, I carry it back, I split it, and go to work. So it's a lovely process. I really enjoy it, and I love how you're taking something that's pretty much almost a waste product. All it would do would be to fall over and rot in the woods, which is absolutely fine. But what we're doing is we're adding value to the stick by turning it into an instrument, and that's just wonderful. It's a really kind of mindful process, and just thoroughly enjoyable and really rewarding. So I do believe that it's important for everybody to do what they love. And if you're not doing what you love, then what are you doing? You're just trying to save up money so that one day you can start doing what you love. So for me, it's important to make time to do this in my week. And like I say, it's really rewarding. I wouldn't change it. And if that's something that appeals to you, then what you might like to do is to come along for one of my workshops. You can do it maybe in 1 day or 2 days. You can come as a couple, and you can come and stay here, and we'll do the entire process end to end. So we'll go out with the saw and the dogs, and I'll be in bare feet. I'll talk about that in another video. And we'll talk a lot. I'll just share everything I know about the process, because I think the more people that do this, and the more people that fall in love with this instrument, the better. And you can do as much of the process yourself as you want. The sawing it in half, or the carving it out, and the gluing and everything like that. You can be involved in as much or as little as you like, and then you get to take your very own didgeridoo back home with you, and hopefully that's the start of a lifelong relationship with the instrument. So that's enough about me. Hope you enjoy the videos. Hope you enjoy finding out more about the didgeridoo. And please feel free to get in touch, drop me a message, and let me know what you'd like to see, what you'd like to do, any ideas. Please feel free to share. Okay, see ya.